Hey guys, it's Patrick from Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Today is a little bit of a different day for me. I am doing the sound, I am doing the video, I am doing the GoPros, and I'm doing the driving. Shout out to my whole team who are enjoying their time off. We thought we would do a little bit of a range test today. So I'm in the EQE. I brought my hat, I brought my sunglasses. I was ready to go, and if you look out the window, it's raining. So we're gonna do a bit of a drive. I'm gonna talk about the car, and we're gonna see if we can max out the full range on the EQE today. Bear with me as I get these different clips and different audios and different angles going, but I'm excited. Here we go. Cue music. And we are off. Like I said, I'm driving solo right now, and it feels a little bit weird to not have a co-captain with me, but we thought we would do a range test today because a lot of clients still have that range anxiety, and it's important to know that you can use an electric vehicle in everyday life. So with all of our EV line, we did a small range test on the EQS SUV, but you know, we only went from Burlington to Mississauga. So today I'm gonna drive this vehicle. I'm actually going a few hours up north, and I'm gonna drive the vehicle the whole time to show that you can take this up to the cottage, you can spend the weekend. I'm not gonna plug it in when we get there, I don't think, unless I start getting range anxiety, and we're gonna go from there. Right now I'm in the 2023 EQE 350 SUV. Wow, fantastic vehicle. I love this spec. This is one of our demonstrator models. We've got the brand new sable brown interior. I love it. It's cool with the two-tone. We've got different types of materials in here too. So we've got this brand new wood trim. The theme of this car is definitely stars, the Mercedes-Benz star. We've got Mercedes-Benz stars in the wheels. We've got Mercedes-Benz stars in the dash, and then of course where you expect them, on the steering wheel, on the front of the vehicle, that sort of thing as well. This vehicle is, I think, my favorite EV now. It's balanced performance, it's a good size, it's not too big, but it also, you don't lack any space that you would in a regular SUV. Right now, I've just left the dealership, so my current range is a maximum range of 410. I do have the air conditioning on as well, so we're gonna see how far I can push this car over the next couple of days. So right now I'm driving away from the dealership. I'm about to get on the highway. I'm gonna pick some people up, so you know, for everybody's privacy of conversation, I'm not gonna keep it recording the whole time I'm there, but I will check in with you guys along the way as we stop at a few different places before we arrive to our final destination. And then I'm gonna let the car sit overnight, and we're gonna see how it works in the next couple days. So I guess I'm trying to think. I'm having a bit of a brain fart. I'm trying to think. I guess I'm gonna let the car sit for a day, maybe two, without being plugged in. And then with the remaining battery power, I'm gonna use that range to get back into Burlington. So stay with me. I think a lot of people are nervous when they take it up somewhere that doesn't have charging that they'll be able to make it. So that's why we're gonna do this video. You know, as a backup plan, you always have certain different charging ports and certain different places you can go. A lot of, you know, the stops and the traffic stops and the highway stops are now where there's gas stations implementing chargers. So those are fast chargers. You can sit there, grab lunch, and charge up as a last resort, but I don't want people to think that, you know, you can't take one of these for the weekend and worry about the charge. Like a gas car, you know, if you go really far, you expect that the gas will last you. Now, yeah, you can just stop and fill it up, but you know, a lot of people, if they take a car up a couple hours away to a friend's house or something like that, they don't get gas on the way. They let it sit, they get back in their car, and they drive back into town. And I think that is the main comfort that people want if they change to an EV cars. They want the same comfort they have in a gas car, where they're not always thinking of it. There are certain things that you need to be mindful of when you're in an EV, of course, and that is obviously the charging power. So yeah, you want to be able to have that comfort, but it is going to be in the back of your mind. Mercedes-Benz has done a very, very good job of showing us the different types of ways that you can charge and the different types of places you can charge. So on our screen in the center, we actually have everything mapped out for us based on the range, based on our destination, based on navigation. We can actually calculate out where we're gonna stop for lunch, where we're gonna charge, and that sort of thing on the way. I'm gonna pull over and I'm gonna show a little bit of the actual intricate screen features. And I think I like having my navigation on all the time when I'm in an electric car. I don't know, like I'm pretty good with directions, but that is one thing that I did notice in the EVs is that I prefer to have my navigation on, showing me my range and that sort of thing. Right now I'm still at 99%, so you know, I'm driving. I am in strong recuperation mode because I do like that mode. That's like your regen braking mode, right? So you barely have to brake. I take my foot off of the gas. Right now I'm coming to a stop sign and I'm pretty much stopped completely. Right now my foot still is not on the brake. I'm pretty much at a dead stop, right? So that's something cool too. So helps with your brakes, helps with the regen. You know, it does take a little bit of getting used to, and you don't want to aggressively like take your foot off the gas because you will feel like a pull forward. So that's not great for your passengers. So be mindful of that when you're thinking of that strong recuperation mode. Most people do drive in the normal recuperation mode. You know, I'm still learning these vehicles, so I like using the strong recoup just because I think it's a little bit neat. So we're gonna drive up here and I'm gonna stop and I'm just gonna walk you guys through a few different features on the screen before we get started on our full road trip. Hope everybody is having a fantastic Friday. This is a Friday. This video is gonna come out on a Friday, so I can still say, hey, happy Friday. The video is gonna end, I think, on the Sunday, but it's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. Oh man, I need a Jack there for that one. He would have definitely appreciated that. All right, so looking at my screen now, I have everything in my EV menu here. If I go to charging stations, it's gonna show me where all the charging stations are along my route, which is fantastic, right? Makes it easier to see where you're going. If I zoom out, it shows the different number of charging stations in the area. I'm heading north, so I'm actually gonna zoom out further because I'm actually heading up this way. So what I wanna know is how many charging stations are along this area. If I click search here, similar to on your phone, it'll show the different charging stations along the way. And what's actually nice is it also shows what type of chargers they are. So EV charging station, Flow, which we use a lot of, ChargePoint, which we use a lot of, and it will show you where everything is, and it'll show you the distance, right? Which is really neat because you want to know, you know, how far obviously they are, especially when you're looking at where you might want to stop along your route. I'm probably going to stop more just because I want to eat than I need to, but it is nice to know, you know, the different types of settings that you have, the different ranges, how to maximize the range while you're driving, right? Charging, same thing. Right now, like I said, I'm at 98 now. I was at 99. That's my range. So I'm not going that far in one shot, but I will need probably most of that range to get back into Burlington as well. And then what I'm really curious is how it's going to show me how my consumption is. So we'll see. Now I'm really confident in my range. I know that I have enough space and I know that I'll be comfortable with it. And I'm excited. I'm at my first guest's house and we're gonna pick them up now. So I'm going to turn off the cameras and we're gonna start driving, but I'll check in with you guys along the way. Guys, we are at the halfway point now. I've pulled over at an en route, and as you can kind of see out of my window, now we are at the charging port. So I'm at 70% battery. I've been driving for a couple of hours. I still have tons of battery. Right now my range is still 300 kilometers, 70% battery. I've been using the air conditioning. I've been using everything and driving normally. I changed out of the strong recuperation actually back into the normal recuperation because my passengers were saying, oh, it feels a little bit more jerky, kind of like what I was saying, you know, at the beginning of the video. So we're here. I think I'm going to plug in just for peace of mind. I'm at a supercharging station, so I might plug in and just, you know, get a little bit of extra mileage just because the car will be sitting for a couple of days, but I don't need it. I literally have 300 kilometers left. I'm only 60 kilometers from my destination, so I guess I'm past the halfway point. But I was the halfway point for my hunger. So I had to stop, get a little bit of food, charge up a little bit, and then we're gonna be back on the road. Next stop is our final destination.
I've been looking at those ones.
Yeah, it's a great car.
Is the range good?
Range is good. I'm doing a range test right now. So I'm actually doing a range test right now. I left Burlington. I still have 300 kilometers now.
So when you left Burlington, it was fully charged?
Full charge, yeah. So I'm at about 72% right now.
Where are you trying to take it to see the range?
We're gonna keep going all the way up to like Port Nickel, and then I'm trying to go all the way back without charging it.
In terms of stability, nice corners.
Yeah, very good. Very smooth, constant motion, right? Easy to drive.
I like the color too.
Yeah, Alpine gray. It's a nice color too.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day, man. That's amazing. Amazing, guys. So I just plugged in, and a gentleman came up to me and actually asked why I was doing the video, and he actually asked me, how's the range? And that is exactly why I'm doing this range test. I actually said to him, hey, listen, I'm doing this range test because people want to know how far can you actually go. So the proof is in the pudding, guys. The fans want to know, does this car have the range? Maybe we'll play some audio because I was actually mic'd up, so I actually have his questions on audio, but maybe we'll play some of those because, you know, people want to know. Okay, we are at our final destination. We are up on the Georgian Bay, drove a couple hundred kilometers out of the city, and still at 56% battery. So tons of range still, tons of battery still. I have a maximum of 260 kilometers still without really charging. Plugged in for 2 seconds just to see how it would work over at that one stop, but didn't really charge it or anything. I will put it on the level 1 charger over the weekend, so just to keep the battery going and tended and that sort of thing. It won't add too much range, but right now locked in at 56%, 260, 259 kilometers. I'm gonna plug in on a level 1 charger, and then we'll see you when we're coming back into town. Let's see if we can do this in one go. Back in the car, it's been a couple days, and you know what, I'm guilty too. I did get a little bit of range anxiety, so I did plug in, but just on the level 1, like I said I might do. And you know what? It's given me a lot of peace of mind because it's super easy to do. You can plug into, you know, the side of any home really on a 120 volt battery outlet rather. So I plugged in, and slowly it's trickling me back all the way up. Right now I'm actually a little bit higher up, so it's telling me my end of charging will be later on today, but we're gonna take off now. But I have tons of charging. I'm still tracking my route just to prove that on 1 charge you can go to and from. But of course, in your everyday life, this is also an everyday life test. So I plugged in like most people would do. If you go somewhere for a couple days, you'll probably plug in, even if it's just a level 1, just, you know, keep the battery warm and that sort of thing. But I'm super happy with the experience so far. We're gonna drive back, and I'm just gonna make sure that we're within that original range that I was talking about when we left. Stay tuned. We only have a few more stops, and then we're gonna be back in Burlington. All right, guys, I'm checking back in. I didn't record when we stopped because we just went through a drive-through really quickly, so I didn't record at that point, but the charging was doing fine. So I'm almost back at the dealership. I'm moments away of the dealership. I thought I would just check in before we actually arrive. This is crazy. I left and it was raining and I was worried about the weekend. Beautiful weekend, sunny, hot, clear skies, and then I'm back in Burlington, and what happened? It's back to rain. But it's okay because I was a little bit too hot over the weekend. Yeah, we've done it. We have completed the challenge. I did the whole trip on 1 charge. Now, when I say that, I mean 1 full range, because I did, like I said, charge it. I plugged it in on the level 1 just to keep the battery warm and just for peace of mind. But right now I'm almost there, and I'm just about at 47. I'm gonna see if I can make it at 48, but like I showed you, we were at 56 when we arrived. So 56% when we arrived, and as long as I can make it this next 300 meters, we're gonna be at 47 on the way back. So you do the math, 47 plus the 56, we had the range. We had 56 to give, now we have 47 to give. If you add them together, we did the full range on 1. We're at 200 kilometers around each way, 196 or so each way. So that answers that question. You can do a full weekend cottage trip on one charge. If you like, you can plug it in for peace of mind. So now I'm at 47%. I can drive around, get groceries and that sort of thing, but I don't need that extra power. I can naturally do it in the one charge. We are back at beautiful Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Wow, I'm so happy. I was a little bit nervous. I think you guys might have been able to tell I was a little bit nervous to be able to do it in one charge, but we are here and we are 47%, 196 or 197 kilometers one way plus the way up there. We have completed it. We've done it. Beautiful, beautiful vehicle. This is officially my favorite electric vehicle that we have. The EQE SUV is the perfect balance of the comfort of driving in the smaller cars and the comfort of driving in the larger cars. So you've got the comfort and maneuverability of the smaller vehicles, but you're sitting higher up, and you've got the comfort of everything from the EQS sedan and the EQS SUV in this car as well. EQE 350 sedan, full charge range. We went over 200 each way, one charge. You've seen it here first. I gotta hand it back to my team because running the mic and the cameras and the GoPros and everything this weekend has been crazy. I love this camera angle, so I thought I would get it anyway, but wow, I miss my team. I miss my team a lot. No days off. Sunday, we're still at the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Look at it in all of its glory. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks so much for watching.